to another episode of Streamed and Screened, an entertainment podcast about movies and TV from Lee Enterprises. I'm Terry Lipshetz, managing editor of the National Newsroom at Lee, and co-host of the program with Bruce Miller, a longtime entertainment reporter. And we ditched award season for a while, but it's kind of coming back all of a sudden. Yes.
You think when are these years? Do they go
Right.
calendar year with stuff, or is it like a business where they have an odd quarter four and whenever? But it's Emmy time. It's time to start
Right.
thinking about Emmys, and they used to cut off pretty well at the end of a season. May sometime would be the end, and then you would see the Emmy Awards before the start of the new season. But then we had COVID, we had strikes, we had all these things that kind of screw things up. So you never know what year does this belong in, and where does this go. I think some people have won on the basis of a year that wasn't included in the voting, but just my 2 cents worth. And one of those ones that did benefit from all of that was The Bear. The Bear, which just completed its 5-year run, had a second season before the first season Emmys were given out. And I think they were voting on some of those second season shows for the first season when they did do it. So they didn't really know, well, wait a minute now, am I giving it for the really good scene where, or so
Right.
that's how it goes. And I think now we're trying to get back on track. But I think when we look at, there are very few contenders who deserve to be in the mix because you don't know when their season begins or ends. So anyway, The Bear will be in there. I do believe after having waited up until the late hours of the day to see if The Bear ended well, it ends well. It even has humor. Can you believe that? I've explained for so long about how can they be in the best comedy category when it's so dark? And they get laughs in this one. And I do think it will have some shot at some attention. I don't think it's going to sweep, but I do think it'll get award nominations for the ones who have already won. And maybe some of the guest performers will slide in there a little bit. So they'll be part of the mix. Definitely Hacks will be in there. It's its last season. So they may want to send that off with a nice set of trophies. And Smart could win all 5. She could be the first person to win from all 5 seasons of her show. I don't know if she will, though, because we've got Lisa Kudrow in there for her, what she says is her last season of The Comeback. And The Comeback could be its biggest challenger. Margot's Got Money Trouble. Did you ever watch that?
No, I know what it is, but I didn't watch it.
They're pushing that big. I don't think it has a shot. And of course, Abbott Elementary will be in there too as a contender. Reggie Dinkins is one that could be on the bubble because it was cute, but I think he's an acquired taste. You really have to like Tracy Morgan to really want him to see him win. The Lowdown is in there as a potential, and we don't have the studio this year because they didn't make a season of shows, so they're out of it. But they won everything last year, so that gives some of these other ones another shot to come back in and have another valedictory time. I don't know if Abbott Elementary is kind of past its prime, but I think it could pick up another supporting actor award. And then we said goodbye to Bone Yang on Saturday Night Live. He could be in there, but the kid who really gets a lot of attention is Marcelo Hernandez. And I think he could be in there. And might be our new one that we look at from Saturday Night Live to change things. Are you a fan of Widow's Bay?
I haven't started watching that one yet, but it's getting a lot of buzz.
Yeah, it's spooky kind of in a way, but I'm sure it's going to be one of those split seasons. So you might get just a couple of episodes that'll be included, and that could be a contender as well. So we'll see where that goes. But that's
an interesting thing too. So I was kind of looking at Vanity Fair. They were they were trying to predict the nominations here,
Okay.
and they had several nominations for, like Jeremy Allen White
Right.
for actor in a comedy. But in their list of nominees for outstanding comedy series, they do not include The Bear at all. And their prediction is that there's enough strong comedies out there that the voters are going to
We don't need it.
say you're not a comedy, and we're just kind of done with that charade. We're going to nominate these however many 6 to 8 or whatever it is shows, and we'll give you some acting nominations because we're not going to penalize the actors. It's not their fault. But I think I'm totally with that concept. I'm kind of like, as much as I love The Bear, I'm a huge fan of the show. I know you're a huge fan of the show. I love it to death, and I'm going to be so sad to see it gone. But I'm completely with it. It's a drama. It's a really, really, really good drama, and they're just ducking the drama category because I think they're afraid of losing because there's so many strong dramas, but they're not going to win the comedy. It's
Right.
kind of, it's they're
No, I
one
think
way or
I
the other, they're just kind of it's too late for them.
yeah, and I think they're okay with that because they remain true to what they are. But they can pick up awards in writing,
Yeah, sure.
directing,
Yeah,
all those other ones, and so
absolutely.
it's
Yeah,
okay. It's
yeah.
okay. What else did that Vanity Fair say?
Well, I mean, for the comedy series, they had Abbott Elementary, they had The Comeback, they had Hacks, they had Nobody Wants This. I thought season 2 was a bit weak compared to
I
season 1.
that's one that's being shoved to the side, and I don't know why, because I do like it, but it's when it comes too soon in the season where you go, "Oh, I forgot that one."
Right. It's a quirky comedy too. I think that's one of those comedies where you're into it or you're not. It's
Yeah.
a real personality driven one. Um like my wife and I like watching it because we see some reflections of each other in that show, I guess, to a degree. So it sort of works for us, but I can see a lot of other people not liking it. Only Murders in the Building they have Rooster, they have Shrinking, and they have Widow's Bay. Those are their nominations for
Rooster, I
comedies.
am not high on Rooster. They are, and I think they're determined to give Steve Carell something because he's always been
Yep.
uh, overlooked all these
Right.
years. Should have won one for The Office, didn't. And then, then he kind of pivoted and wanted to be in these other shows. And you go, I don't know. Four Seasons could be a contender, even
Yep.
though he's not in it anymore because he's dead. But yeah, I think it's a weak year. I really do think it's a weak
Yeah.
year, particularly for comedies. How about drama?
On this show, as entrepreneurs, we often talk about the courage it takes to start something from scratch. Every successful brand begins with a vision, a purpose, and someone willing to take a chance on an idea. And while every founder's journey is different, many share the same determination to overcome obstacles, innovate, and build something meaningful from the ground up. That's why I always enjoy hearing founder stories, because behind every product is a real person who has invested time, energy, and passion into building something meaningful. Walmart is helping customers discover products from thousands of small brands while giving founders opportunities to grow, reach new communities, and share the stories behind their businesses. By making it easier to discover these brands, Walmart helps connect customers with innovative products and the entrepreneurs whose passion, resilience, and creativity help bring them to market. So whether you're an entrepreneur yourself or a dream driver looking to be inspired, it's exciting to see more opportunities for small brands to be discovered. Visit walmart.com to learn more about the small brands and founder stories available in your community.
Shrinking, I think this is an opportunity to award like
To move.
Harrison Ford. Just he had a really strong season in this last one too, where
Yeah.
um
Yeah, he would.
I would like to see him, because he's a guy that he's so known for action films, and I think he always, he's had his nominations for sure in different things, but I think he gets overlooked a lot because he's Han Solo and Indiana Jones.
He's a legend.
But right, but I think Shrinking really shows the strength of him as an actor. He had to he had to pivot, and he did something different, and he broke out of his normal self, and he did a really good job at it, and I would like to see him do something. So drama, uh,
It's the
they
pit.
had
The pit's gonna win everything.
well, yeah, yeah. I mean, to me, I can't see the pit not, but they do note several other shows. They have The Diplomat. They have Paradise, which I thought season 2 was fine. I can't see it winning. Pluribus, I haven't watched it yet, but I know everybody liked it. It was,
Yeah.
so we'll see where that goes. Slow Horses, I'm not familiar with that one.
Night
Uh,
Manager, do they have that?
no, Stranger Things, they have that one listed, which
Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
they do not know. Task and The Testaments are the only other two that they had listed.
Testaments, I think, could figure
Could,
in
yeah.
because
I really like Task. I enjoyed that
I
one.
love Task too. Yes, I thought it was wonderful. I wonder though if they should have aimed for a limited series
Yeah,
because you decide later. We've decided this is so good, we're not going to be a limited series. We're going to be a full series. But when they
right.
commit too early, I think they cut themselves short from winning at least a gimme.
Yeah.
So, and then I think it's going to be a big year for Michelle Pfeiffer. If she gets a
Mm,
nomination for Margot's Got Money Trouble as a supporting and then gets a lead for the Madison, I think she could win one of them.
yeah.
So
Do you
she
think
could be,
Rhea Yeah. Do you think
yeah,
Rhea Seehorn finally wins something?
she has got something somewhere. I'm trying to think of what it
Did
was.
she win? Did she win for Better Call
She
Saul?
might have. She might have won one. Or did she get like a Golden Globe? Maybe that's it.
Maybe. Yeah. I could be wrong, but I thought she tended to get overlooked for that.
She's like so many of those ones where you go, did they or did they? The one I always worry about is poor old Laura Linney.
Laura Linney, yeah.
Yeah, because I think they always say, oh, she has enough, and she doesn't have any,
Right.
but she does have some Emmys, so I'm okay with that. All right, I'm gonna look up here while we're talking and see if Rhea Seehorn won because it'll drive me crazy all day long. And nominations. She won a Golden Globe for Pluribus and a Critics' Choice, but
Yeah.
no
I don't
Emmy.
think she I don't think she was even nominated for an Emmy in Better Call Saul.
I think she was nominated, but she just
Was
was
she?
always overlooked. Yeah, she
Mm,
was nominated for an Emmy,
okay.
but yeah, it's pretty blank by her name when it comes to the Emmys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, this could be her year. This could be a way for her to win and then say, Michelle, you need a second season before we can consider you.
Right.
But drama actor, it's Noah Wiley's. You might as well all sit home because Noah Wiley's going to win again.
Right.
And whatever, I love Sterling K. Brown. Sterling, you have a couple. I don't think you need another one just because we don't want to give it to Noah Wiley. Mark Ruffalo has a shot, but I think he always underplays. He's always kind of the same guy.
Yeah. He's
Most of
always yelling.
yeah,
I always find I liked him in this role a lot though. I don't think he's gonna win, but he's to me he's the dark horse in the category.
right, right. Well, and then supporting all those people from the floor on the pit could be nominated because people know
Right.
them now, and so I think
Yeah.
they would easily factor in. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 women, 4 men
Mhm.
easily could be in there, and then it becomes, all right, which one did you like best?
Right.
But they tend to do those things with the Emmys is I don't want to watch too many shows. So let's just give a lot of nominations to one show and call it good. Call it good. Limited series could be the fun one because we
Yeah.
have DTF St. Louis, which I think is
Right.
a real strong contender. Half Man, which
Yep.
brings us back with the baby reindeer people.
Right.
Um, Beef is
Yep.
back. So those are all real strong contenders. And then there's the love story thing. The John F.
Right.
Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette, they could figure in. I
Yeah.
don't, there's always complaints, but I
Right.
think
So
on the list.
yeah, so Vanity Fair, I mean, you pretty much nailed most of their selections here. The love story is the only one I haven't seen yet in their list.
Okay.
It's in my list of things to watch. I just haven't gotten it to it yet. So their nominations are Beef, The Beast in Me, DTF St. Louis, Half Man, and Love Story. To me, I think it's DTF St. Louis
Yeah, I
of
thought that
that
was cool.
bunch. The Beast in Me was I know you're not a Claire Danes fan, but
No,
but it was good. I just can't see it winning.
and it's not going to win, please.
No.
I'd take the love story before that, but there you go.
Yeah.
Yes, and in fact, we did have an interview with the guy who played Calvin Klein, and he could be a nominee too.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, and they're nominees for actress in a limited series. Claire Danes, The Beast of Me. So there you go.
We're
Any
happy
other
for-
yeah,
But
any other
those-
things you're looking at here?
No, this kind of wraps it up. I did start seeing another season of Sugar. Sugar is a series with Colin Farrell,
Okay.
and got a chance to visit with him. And it was fascinating because they said, "Do you get to keep those suits? He has the most gorgeous suits you've ever seen." He said, "Oh no." He was like real scared. Like if he had even touched him, he would be in trouble. He said, "They don't allow that." Well, why not? Because it's all fitted to him. I would be taking those things home every Friday night. You can just see me with the new suit collection that I got off Sugar. But because last season, now this is a spoiler, so if you haven't watched it, shut your ears. They revealed that he's an alien from somewhere else. And this year we see him kind of maneuvering as an alien. And so will that change the tone of it, the tenor of it? I don't know. But
Yeah.
he's looking forward to doing the Penguin again because he'll be the Penguin in the new Batman movie.
Okay.
So that's my interviews that I've been talking this last week. So
Yeah.
we'll see what's up. But I think that's where we're sitting with the Emmys right now. So we'll see in July.
Right.
July 8th, they're announced. Who actually gets in and who doesn't, and we'll talk about that after they come back.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting list. We have a little bit of vacation time here built in, so we'll probably be a week behind, or closer to 2 weeks behind the actual nominations to when we get a chance to talk about them. But it should be an interesting list. So the nominations come out on July 8th for the 78th Primetime Emmy Awards. When are the awards themselves? Are they in September?
It's a ways away. It's a way. Used to be, like you say, they would try to time it just before premiere week would be, but they don't have premiere week anymore. So
Right.
It isn't like, and coming Monday, BJ and the Bear, it's not like that.
Yeah, September 14th is our date. So we'll have plenty of time to chew on this for sure. But there it is. Right, exactly. It'll be the first big event of the fall for us. That and the return of the NFL. So on that note, thanks again for listening, and we'll be back again next week with another episode of Streamed and Screened.